I love to win. I'm super competitive, like most coaches I know are. But what's really fun for me is seeing athletes improve. And I think if you're a coach who can't take satisfaction and joy when an athlete improves a lot, even if they're not winning a race, then you're just doomed to be unhappy as a coach a lot of the time. I start with the basics, like there's some basic plans that we use for everybody, but then we evaluate athletes, see how particular athletes respond to training and see what works to motivate athletes and what doesn't. Some athletes that I've coached who, like if something goes wrong, they want me to just go like, oh, well that was terrible, let's not do that again. Some athletes want me to be like, it's okay, it's all right, we're fine, we'll get through this, like focus. Some athletes want to analyze it and know exactly what went wrong. So you have to understand what really motivates an individual athlete. And as you learn athletes, as you coach them over the years, you get better at it overall, but you get better with specific athletes. Like we'll take training. Let's say if I have a sprinter, maybe in the fall, we're working on drills and we're working a lot on stuff that just improves their central nervous system reaction, so improving their speed. And we slowly work into working on fitness, and then we get into our track season and we start working on technique, work on coming out of blocks, work on their arm swing, work on their posture as they're running. And then we also talk about race strategy, and we'll work on how do you approach this race, how do you race, let's say it's an indoor meet with tight turns versus an outdoor meet, whether it's a 400 or 200, how the race strategies differ. It's an ongoing process and you have to meet the athlete where they are. I think the biggest trait we look for is resilience. Like the athletes who can handle when something goes wrong and an injury happens, or then they lose a race, or they just don't run well. You look for the athletes that are resilient, that can bounce back from that, that don't let it get them down too much. But you want athletes that it bothers some, like it's good. And I tell them, like, something goes wrong and they have a bad race, feel bad about it for the rest of the day. Tomorrow it's a new day and you're focusing on the future and not, like the past just becomes what do we learn from it. And you look for the athletes who can do that, because those are the ones who really have the potential to be great. Very rarely do I have a meet where I don't have somebody who has a fantastic race or a fantastic jump. It makes them happy, it makes me really happy. And they've worked hard, you've worked hard, everybody's worked hard, all the coaches. And then it worked and it clicked and they've gotten that success objectively. So the last couple World Championships, I've had 2 different athletes in them, and that feels fantastic. I had an athlete who was an NCAA All-American this year, and it feels great. It's really, really a lot of fun for a coach. Seeing an athlete on the World Championship stage it's special. And I think as a coach, I recognize that maybe my biggest achievement is helping them along the way and not breaking them. Like recognizing that I'm a small part of what got them there.